vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. And for your personal readings, all the information is in the description box below. I look forward to connecting with you. Welcome. We are going to kick off with the fire signs. So fire signs, let's see what's going on for you. Happy May, happy May. Beautiful springtime energy. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to get an overall and then we'll break down what's going on, what's happened in the distant, you know, in the distant past, what's happening right now in the present, and future energy. Or not so distant past, it feels like. As early as this week, last week even. Okay, so, alright, fire signs. Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Oh, why did I draw a blank? So let's kick it off. What kind of energy is going on? What is the overall energy? What is the overall vibe with the fire signs this month? What's going on? Okay. So we've got strength. Strength, people, strength. Okay, so we are drawing on strength right now. It's what's necessary, it's what is needed. It's like, oh, what is going on? We are drawing from the creator, we are drawing from our inner power, we are drawing from within, essentially. You know, we've got strength, and then at the bottom of the deck we have intuition. Okay, so I think sometimes we have to use our strength in order to be like, really listen to what's going on, you know, and maybe even strength enough to deal with the things that come up. So let's read what this strength card is speaking to the fire signs around. So strength. So we have the frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all of our qualities and skills towards a strong and balanced way of being. Yeah. You see, that's everything wrapped up into one. So I'm going to read it again. So strength. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all of our qualities and skills towards a strong and balanced way of being. Okay, so I like that. So we are having to use, you know, draw upon our strengths to keep ourselves balanced in this time. That makes a lot of sense. You know, especially off the back of anybody who has been, you know, actively following the moon phases. We just had the new moon in Taurus and an eclipse as well. A few sextiles and conjunctions and things like that going on. So some grounding. There's some luxury in there as well. Because Taurus, they like to live good. It's ruled by Venus, so that love and relationships as well. So possibly having to kind of deal with the things that have popped up, you know, working through any things that are, yeah, difficult, or, you know, or calling us to draw on our strengths to deal with these things, you know, using our intuition when it's time to use our skills and abilities to get us out of scrapes, or to use our skills with the gift of the gab to get, you know, out of sticky situations, or to elevate us, you know, and for those people to give us a, give us support, you know. So I feel like there's quite a lot of energy around that. I do, before anything else, I kind of want to get a little tarot on that. Actually, I was going to go straight into the other oracle, but I really want to look at what that strength's talking about, because I've got a bit of a my stomach's doing backflips, so I know that there's some type of anxiety. There's also excitement in there as well. So I kind of want to see what this is about. What is strength here? Magician. So you do have everything that you need. You know, you have all the skills and abilities to make things happen. You are the great magician. You are an alchemist. And with the magician, they hold everything. So they hold the wands, the swords, the pentacles, and the cups. Okay, and utilize them. You know, using the strengths of their abilities and skills to balance themselves to get the outcome that is most desired. So manifestation, working through things, healing and transformation at its finest. So I'm really glad to see this. And then the Lovers. So yeah, like I said, there was energy around communication and possibly having to dig through to, you know, to have the outcome that you're looking for. So some of this could be relationship wise, it could be platonic in nature, or it could be a romantic connection. But I think you're having to draw on strength, you know, listening to your intuition, to keep moving, to keep staying present, to, you know, still stand up in your own self. Yes, being a counterpart. Yes, being a part of a family, a part of a community. You know, a part of you know, the wider social group. Excuse me, but having to remember to ground. You know, to put yourself first, and all of those energies support us. You know, really balancing. That's what it is. It's a balancing act. So balancing the physical and spiritual aspects of things, and the more physical realm and emotions. So absolutely everything strength is linked to. So let's get some energy. What's going on in the recent past? Okay. And what else? Thank you. You see, I felt it. I felt that there was some anxiety, some worry. Let me get out the... So, first and foremost, we have, for the recent past, we have storm warning. Okay? So, I know that for many of you, this is pretty much over, or you're at the tail end of this real shitty time. It wasn't the best. You have had moments of great clarity. You have had moments of great fulfillment, and you are at a stage where you are wanting to, again, use your strength to speak your truth, to stand up for yourself, to put yourself at the forefront. And I think you've been in the eye of the storm for some time. So I'm glad to see fire signs, the Aries, the Leo and the Sagittarius, that although there have been moments where the storm has wrecked everything around you, or has cleared a way for you to see more things, that you have become so much more grounded in yourself, and you are using your strengths to the best of your abilities now. And I think sometimes you know, as horrible as it is, sometimes you are needing to go through these more rough periods to actually show your metal, you know, show the minerals that you got, you know, and you are full of so much strength and majesty. Like I said here, you are the magician, you know, you can get things done, you know, and there is support, you know, and there is the balance that needs to be had from your skills and your abilities. So we have here storm warning and then anxiety. So yeah, like I said, that my tummy was doing backflips. So some of it was like that yucky, feeling. I'm anxious, I'm worried. I don't know how I'm going to get through this situation. And for some of you, this is worry around health, perception of things. This is anxiety around, your family. I think you're worried about, you know, you've been worried about your family. How are they coping? Financial constraints. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that, but I want to go into the tarot a little bit more to find out what's going on with this storm warning and anxiety. working through some stuff, I see, my lovely fire signs. But I love the fact that you are drawing upon your God-given strength in this moment to get yourself through, remembering that you are the great magician. So you're finding ways to get things done. You're finding ways to become, more balanced, more, and you want to wield your power so much more. So it's like a confidence builder as well. And I think it's made you a bit more bold. Although there was a lot of anxiety around the relationship. Is it real? Is it not? Is it going to stand the test of time? Do I have the energy, the energy and the time to give to this relationship? And I think the things that were going on in and around had you really having to work on yourself and hold on to the strength that you had, not to lose your ish, because inside you felt all fingers and thumbs. You were nervous. You had extreme butterflies. You didn't know how the outcome was going to be. And I think this strength is what supported you through this. So we give thanks and praises for that level of strength. Okay. So let's have a look at storm warning. Why is storm warning here for the fire signs? Storm warning. Okay. So we have. So first of all, we've got the High Priestess in reverse. So I feel as though the intuitive nudges, talking the truth, finding things out, the High Priestess is someone who holds secrets. She's somebody who uses her intuition and is very open to supporting and being a nurturer. And making things happen, actually. But I think when she's in the reverse at times, this is going within yourself. This is being too much in your head, not speaking your truth, holding too many secrets. There are things you need to speak. And I think all of this has kind of made you feel very, very woozy in the eye of the storm. And has sort of made you say, well, I'm not willing to express this now. I'm going to hold this particular thing to myself until I'm good and ready. So I feel like possibly the latter part of April was a pretty rough time. There were some great highs, as I can see with the Lovers, and the fact that there is some manifestation going on with this magician energy, and then obviously the overall strength. But I think the fact that this storm warning's here, you've held a lot. I think you've had to sort of say, right, well, I'm not going to deal with this right now. I'm going to deal with the moment. I'm going to stand firm using my strength in the eye of the storm, and when I'm ready, I will speak my truth. I will not hold my tongue. I will not hold any secrets. I will use my God-given talents and skills and the tongue that I was given to speak my truth and to take action. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is, the very stable kind of knight. This is the one that's not on the horse. He's walking. He's taking a leisurely stroll. So this is dotting the I's and crossing the T's. This is not someone who rushes. So I feel as though, it makes sense that, you're not speaking up. You're not saying the things that's going on, and you're quite in your head. So I think while you were in the midst of the storm, you were trying to stay as balanced as possible, not saying the things that you would really like to say. But with this Knight of Pentacles energy, it's saying that we are slowly moving towards that balance. And Pentacles speaks of, our 3D world, our home, our finances, our grounding ourselves, and this energy, this is an earth sign energy. So, grounding and needing to kind of calm down from the midst of the madness that was going on in the eye of the storm. So I see that there's been a lot of work, and it's slow movement. So now that we've moved into May, I feel as though, although this is the recent past, I think for some of you are still working through the ricochet of the last couple of weeks of April, analysing and reflecting on just how the Aries season treated you, the full moon energy that was in Libra, in April that was quite a very thick energy around a lot of emotions, and I think a lot of the storm warning, a lot of the storm was to do with the things that have come up, you know, the things that have taken long, and you want things to get done quicker, you know, you want your physical world to represent itself in a more expansive way, in a more quicker time frame, and just not speaking your truth and being in your head and holding the secrets. The anxiety, let's see what the anxiety is around. And I feel, like I said, the Pentacles is here, so I feel like the anxiety is definitely around finances. For some of you, I feel around health. Yeah, for some of you, definitely feel health. Yeah, anxiety about taking leaps, about, you know, throwing caution to the wind. And I think, again, it's about this lover situation. I think there's fear and anxiety around this lover situation, this this relationship for some of you, whether or not you do have what it takes. Do you have the energy? Is this the right thing? Or do I really have the beans in my tin to do all of this stuff? And you're being told to just throw caution to the wind and trust in the universe, trust in the fact that you are here to experience, and you deserve, you know, to have a fuller and more rounded experience, you know, than you've had for some time. Because I feel for some of you fire signs, you've been taking the time out for you, and now you're being asked to sort of shift your energy and share, and it's sort of like, do I really want to do that? Can I really do that? You know, are you worth me doing all of that? And all of those things. So I'm glad to see that strength is here to really highlight to you your strengths and your abilities, and the fact that the Magician's here is just another confirmation of your strength, coming off the back of the Strength card as well. And then we've got the Four of Cups. So the anxiety around, you know, the lack that's going on, the things that we can't see, you know, the things that haven't gone well, in the midst of the storm, the anxiety of, you know, when are things going to level for me? You know, and then sort of being nudged in the other direction to say, but hey, look over here. Look what you got. Look what you got over here, though. You know, look at what you actually have. You know, there's blessings pouring into this cup, and she's just pretty much like, same old same, nothing much ain't going on. You know, different day, same-ish. You know, when there is much happening. So I think this leap of faith, this fall energy is, you know, is what kind of helped, is helping or has helped you get out of that initial funk. So let's look into what's going on presently for you. So what is the vibe now, you know, working through? Okay, what is the energy of the fire signs presently? What's going on now? Okay, this is brilliant, this is good, this is good, this is positive. So we have patience. So I think you're exercising your patience. You know that it's been a whole mazar. You've had to deal with the ups and downs, the left and the right, and a lot of it's to do with family, and that balance between taking that time for self-care, taking the time to work on your own projects and your own self-care, that you're sort of said, look, I'm not going to rush into anything right now, I'm going to take my time. So patience is here, like, look, I'm taking my time, I know what I've got to do. You know, for some of you, you've already written it down, and for others, you have only now just started to write things down and to get very intentional about what you're doing, and building that confidence from that anxiety place. But where strength has come up to sort of say, look, you've got skills and abilities that can be used to help you balance through this life, through the journey that you're currently on, through the midst of the storm, through the midst of this feeling of anxiety and worry and not sure about what the outcome is going to look like, but rather taking some time to, like I said, reflect, take stock of what has happened, what you want moving forward, what worked, what hasn't. And that's what's great about that new moon energy that we've just coming into, that we've just come out of, or is currently going on, because obviously new moons represent the beginning of a new cycle. So that's also the reflection, what's worked, what hasn't, and that can then inform you deciding what it is that you want, or what characteristics you need to have in order to move on to the next level, as it were. So I'm glad to see patience. So that means you're giving yourself some time, you're not rushing, although I felt like the storm warning thing was kind of like, this is long. Why is things taking long? But I think you've decided, or you've recognized that actually I need this time, which is great. So I'm glad to see that that's what's going on for that. So patience, and then we have the healer of ages. So yeah, you're looking after yourself. You know, you're being told in this moment to seek support, healing on a cellular level, healing, you know, on a physical, spiritual, emotional level. And like I said, I felt like there was something going on with your health right now. And I think the healer of ages is here to just remind you, you are a healer at heart, and have been, and possibly come from a long line of healers anyway. And I think the more you go through your journey, you start to realize that actually, you know, I'm here to heal. I'm here to impart my wisdom, my knowledge, to help heal and elevate those around me. And also that speaks about you being good to yourself in that moment as well, and seeking the support that you need for the healing that you need physically, emotionally and mentally. So let's see what's going on with this patience. Okay, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're taking the time to nurture yourself. Like I said, there has been some worry, and I think around family and stuff like that. So for those who are parents and stuff like that, I think all the anxiety was around, you know, how are your children faring, how they're going to manage, you know, financial constraints, you know, household issues, you know, affairs of the heart, you know, staying balanced, self-care. And it's all about that nurture, and it's all about that love and balance, and, you know, the sense of duty. So I'm glad that you're taking that time to nurture yourself. We've also got the King of Cups. So again, I feel like you're taking your time to really ascertain what it is that you really want. And we have the Queen and the King of Cups, and we have the Lovers as well. So I also think you're taking, I think you're really wanting to see. I think you're not rushing. You're saying, okay, I feel like this. I see that this is happening, but I'm not going to rush. I'm going to see. You know, we have the cups, you know, this is the water signs. So possibly the person who you are dealing with, fire signs, is a water sign. So a Pisces, a Scorpio or a Cancer. And possibly this is what's going on as well. I think you're taking your time. We've got Two of Swords. Yeah, see, taking your time to make a decision. You know, you're in your head. You don't know what it is that you want to do, but you're saying, look, I'm not going to totally cast it off. I'm going to see how it's going to go, and I'm going to be patient and see. Time is the biggest teller, and time is the biggest healer. So I feel as though you are allowing yourself to heal through the emotions that you've gone through, and also reflect on how you're feeling, so that you can make a true decision on what's going on energetically and emotionally for you. So Healer of Ages, let's see what's going on here. So I love the fact that you are just taking that time, you're not rushing, and I love the fact that you're not, you know, just saying I'm not interested, you know, and that you are giving it some space. Yeah, see, you got the Star in reverse, so it's almost as though you took a knock. You took a knock, and it's sort of like this thing again. Oh, this old chestnut. You know, why am I here in this situation again? You know, it's almost like I'm not even being, you know, given the heads up, or it's like I've been left out in the cold. I've been, you know, and possibly you haven't really been utilizing your God-given talents and, you know, connecting to source in a real, you know, in a real and practical way. As I think we can speak it and we can say things, but being practical and actually putting things into fruition sometimes. And we need to be able to make these things. I feel as though you may not have much faith or hope in your healing, or you becoming better, or, you know, your situations being better, or healing your friendships, or yeah, your relationships. But there is much there for you. And there you go at the bottom of the deck. You know, this Hanged Man energy, what are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing too much for others? You know, are you not giving yourself enough TLC? You know, enough love and support? You know, so I think that's why the Healer of Ages is sort of saying, look, take your time to look after yourself, because it is completely necessary if you are to have, you know, a more fuller and rounded experience, you know. So, you know, that's there as well. So let's see what's coming up for you. Ooh, we've got, oh lovely, daughter value. Yes. So I think once you have moved through the storm, you know, dealing with the anxiety, you know, you've given yourself that time to reflect, love on yourself, have some time for self-care, heal on a physical and emotional level, and also spiritual. So just healing on all levels. It gives way to space for you to, you know, to really manifest, because you're feeling better. Your energy is lifted. There is a sense of what's the word for it? A sense of clarity. Your vibration is lifted, so that means your manifestation abilities soar once again, and remembering that you have come up as the great magician. So yes, not only are you needing to build your strength, you know, and recognize your skills and abilities, and balancing you know, the physical and the more spiritual aspects of yourself, and you can fully immerse yourself in manifesting and becoming prosperous, and all doors open unto you because you feel so much better and you feel confident, and you've dealt with, you know, the big elephant in the room, as it were. So let's see what else is there. And we've got temple path at the end. So you are not only looking out for your financial and the stability for your family and for yourself, and, you know, your projects, and wanting to have your business be thriving and continue. You're really looking about your path. You know, this is your spiritual path. Temple path speaks about all of the support that we have, you know, all of our ancestors, you know, the spirit guides, our fairies, you know, if you believe, you know, those kind of things. It's the nudges and it's the support, and you are tapping into that, where I felt before you wasn't necessarily tapping into it on a practical level, or sort of like saying the right words but not feeling it and not truly believing it. So I feel like it's lovely to see that you're moving towards, you know, your own healing, and you're moving towards stepping into your power, and also that daughter value energy. Ooh, so I love that. Daughter value. My daughter value is there. Yeah, see, recognition and reward. Yeah, once you put in the effort, you know, this person's on the stage being celebrated, people are clapping and they're saying, well done, you've really done well, you know, your journey's been amazing to watch, you know, I'm so glad that you moved through all of those heavy things, and, you know, you're such an inspiration, and thank you for telling us your story, and thanks for being so honest and so bold and so brave and vulnerable, you know, and you're celebrated for being you, and you're celebrated for moving through all of the hardships, and you're celebrated through, you know, your achievements and your accomplishments, and people are like, wow, you really did it, you know, and if you've done it, so can I, you know. And then we have here Ace of Pentacles, so plenty of opportunities for grounding, for our financial wealth and our generational wealth, and for our lifestyle changes, and for us to feel good. So this is projects and business and commerce, and yeah, all things growth, you know, sowing seeds of prosperity. I love that. So let's see what's going on with this temple path. So you are moving towards some great things. I'm loving it. So let's have a look. Yeah, see, temple path, you're having to, like, you have done some work. And I think the spiritual work is dealing with those people who are deceivers. They appear to be one way, but they are not. And they speak. Maybe they are people who talk your business. Maybe they are the type of people who don't speak highly of you, or they are here to trick you or to keep you in the dark about something. And I think this temple path energy has got you on such a higher plane that when you see this energy come up again, it's not going to hit the same way. You're not going to get you're not going to stub your toe on this one anymore. You've seen it, you've done it, and you've been there, and you've said, wow, I know I'll cut this off at the pass. I recognize this energy, and I recognize what you're trying to do, because I've been working on myself, and because I put, you know, myself and my abilities to the front. And I've sort of said to the Most High, guide me and take me, and I'm going to surrender to whatever comes up. So even if these yucky kind of energy people come in, you won't be hit by this, and it won't be this storm that you're facing. You will see it and be like, okay, I get what's going on here. So I'm glad to see that there was a big movement, you know, and you're no longer feeling as though you have to be a part of anything, or have to be there, or you're trapped in a certain way that your life must be. The Swords, the Eight of Swords speaks of feeling trapped, or almost feeling like you don't have a way out. And this energy is just so not the real thing. It's so not the real thing, because it's all in the mind, and the mind plays tricks and tells us that we don't have the ability to get ourselves out of this, or that we are trapped. And it's self-imposed. So you work to and you're really working through your self-image, and seeing yourself through fresh eyes, and not seeing yourself as someone who is bound, because as you see, this woman feels as though that's the case, what's going on in her mind, but in actual fact she's not bound, and she can see and she can move, but it's about changing the perception, and moving from a different place. So I'm glad to see that there is huge movement, there is much love here. There is an energy of great triumph through pain and anguish, you know, and I love to see the recognition and reward at the end of this as well. So let me just see what is being activated within you throughout all of this month of May. Let's have a look what's being activated for love activation. What is being activated for the fire signs? Okay, so we have vision. Okay, that's the first one, a vision. So vision says, no matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. Yeah, because ultimately you just want people to be good to one another, and you want people to be good to you, you know, and you want to have a lovely existence. You want the world to be a better place, you know. So you understand the importance of living in a just, you know, and yeah, a just and loving world. And then we've got tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because of your sense of love in everyone. Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because of your sense of love for everyone. So this sense of tolerance is using your emotional intelligence. You know, you can see why people behave the way they do, you know, and it doesn't mean that you totally, you know, allow people to be disrespectful to you, or you don't allow people to walk all over you, but you have a certain level of tolerance for people's path, their journey, you know. You recognize that hurt people, you know, and as horrible as it is, you can kind of just be like, well, hurt people, and, you know, I pray for their healing and their renewal, you know. And that's the kind of energy, instead of taking it on board and making it knock your confidence and make you view yourself as somebody who is not worthy of being treated correctly and with love. Because I feel it, you are someone who shows a lot of love, and you're willing to be a team player, and when it doesn't happen, sometimes it really knocks your confidence. But I can see that you're working towards this tolerance, you fully understand. And then lastly, cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. So again, like I was saying about this Eight of Swords energy, this self-imposed limitation, like you don't have what it is that you need, and the awareness is that it's your mind, you know, the cause and effect of what it is that you pay your attention to. So if you pay your attention to, you know, people snaking you, or you pay attention to people not being genuine, or always get the shitty end of the stick, then you're going to get the shitty end of the stick, and all of them picky people are going to be around, because that is what you're paying your attention to. But I'm loving the fact that you're moving away from that, and that you're utilizing your strength and your abilities, and recognizing and remembering that you are a magician, so you can have the experience that you want, but you fully have to step into that. So my lovelies, that has been your reading. Fire signs, look after yourself, take time, and come for your personal readings. Let's dig through, let's see what else is going on, and let's get more personal with what's going on with you. All the links are in the description box below, and I look forward to connecting with you. Take care, lovelies. Blessings.